Good morning, Steve here, and at the Soggy Bottom Farm. A friend of mine brought this by, one of these cheapo generators. Anyways, I got to get it running for him. Want to hang around and play with some tools. I got a pair of needle nose here in case we run into some clamps, some screwdrivers, a ratchet, and some sockets. I got a West Virginia socket set right here. We'll evaluate this thing and see if we can't get it running again. First things first, let's just look her over from the outside. Looks like it thing can handle about 13 amps maximum. I know it says 3500, but that breaker I'm pretty sure is 13 amps. We'll figure it out. Let's check out this gas. These metal gas tanks usually don't bode well for long-term usage. Yep, it's got some stuff going on in there. Looks like some rusty water and some rust. We'll take this thing off first. Looks like this gas line has rotted. That might play in our favor. Hopefully it kept some of the garbage from getting down inside this carburetor. But it ain't looking too good either. I'd imagine we're going to have to take that thing off and clean it. Put a little filter in it or something. Let's keep going. See what's going on. Let's see if it has any compression. Yeah, it's got compression. Let me get this gas tank off of here. Got that tank out of the way. Let's see if it's got any spark. Can you see that? Holy cow. Yeah, it's got spark. Let's keep digging in this thing. Let me turn this around. There, a little more light. Got a foam filter here. Another one under here. And typical stuff inside there. Let me get that off. Man, I got all that stuff out of the way, and you know, it looks pretty darn clean inside that carburetor. I don't know if there's any point in going any further. You don't want to risk busting gaskets and stuff until you have to. What do you say we fix this fuel line? We'll set up a little temporary supply of gas. Or maybe we take the bowl off. Let's see what this thing will do with a little bit of gas first. And, man, who knows? Maybe it'll run. All we got to do is put a filter in here and clean up the gas tank a little bit. Hang in there. Man, looks like that bowl's dripping after all. I'm going to have to take it off of there. Let's suck some gas up into a clear hose here. The level's right here, but it's been disappearing. I thought it was going inside the engine, but I guess it's hard to tell, you know. Anyways, let me get that thing off of there. Sorry about that. Out of focus. Just as well we did that. Look at the rust that poured out of that thing. It's going to be full. Get this gas out of this line. Hang in there. I guess we should have seen that coming. Man, you can tell that thing sat in some rusty water, but look. Take a look inside here. Where are you at? Come on. Man, it's not dirty up inside there, so I'm just going to wipe that off, put it back together, and see what's going on. This, the bowl is sealing when you raise this all the way up, but Maybe that thing is just having to go too high. I might have to adjust it or something. Hang in there. Man, good news. I got that thing to quit leaking. I cleaned up the needle in the seat, reassembled it. Everything is good. This, the level on this thing. I've been waiting like 15 minutes and it finally stopped dropping in this hose. So I pulled the carburetor away. I thought maybe it was going inside the crankcase, but let me put some of this stuff back on here and we'll pull this thing and see what happens. All right, I got that back on there over here. I'm going to choke it and we'll see what happens. And we'll go with no choke first. Better choke it. Well, I guess you guys know I'm going to have to take that carburetor off there and clean it. Gotta choke it down a little bit to make it run. It must be plugged up in there somewhere. I'll get that done and, well, you know, we could find out if it's working, right? If it ought to generate some electricity. I got a drill plugged into it. Let's just see if it'll put out some power. We need to know that before we go any further. Hang on, I'm going to pull this thing and I hope you enjoy the ride. What, I got to choke it again? Running out of gas. Dang it, I ran out of gas. I'll bring you back in a few minutes. Man, I got that thing all put back together. I thought about using that clear hose again. Then I said, man, just put the tank back on it. Tell your buddy to get a filter or put one in it for him. And I mean, I do have a brand new piece of hose here. But I said, man, just check out the tank. So, you know, I got a new toy and I was just going to go ahead and shake this thing out and, you know, clean it the best I can and, man, get a load of the stuff that's growing inside of this shutoff valve. Man, there's some stalactites in that thing. I guess I'll clean that up and we'll, carry on. Keep you posted. Man, I got the nasty gas out of that tank. You know, I could not get that to freely drain out of that tank. So if you end up with one of these generators or any of them with a metal tank and it rusts a little bit, this one in particular, it must go up before it goes into this valve here. So if you don't move it around too much, I guess that sediment will just sit in the bottom of one of these tanks. But I took this thing off and I cleaned it out the best I could. I didn't fill any of it back in there. Got that hose on there, got everything put back together. I don't have any gas right now. I have to go siphon some gas or go to the store and buy some. But I'm going to get this guy up and out of the way here. Somebody gave me something today. Somebody gave me this 8,000 watt Eastern manufactured piece of equipment here. Generator. Probably keep this one around for a while, so I'm going to do some serious work to this. But you know, just looking at it, everything is just like that other one, but bigger. We'll see what happens. I know the darn thing is dirty. Very, very dirty. But hey, that's a good sign. There's no rust on that cap. There's no condensation inside of it anyways. Might be promising. Hang in there. I figured out what's wrong with it. Man, get a load of this. Thing says 4 gallons. I don't know about you, but that looks like it's easily a quarter of a gallon. I wonder if they compensated for that. That's a lot of gas that just sitting in a tank if you're cold and the power's out. Well, I guess you can tell I'm out here stealing gas from this lawnmower. But man, get a load of this. Looks like somebody pissed in that bucket. I thought that stuff should be cleaner than that. I guess it's a good thing we're using it up. Don't want to hurt the wizard. I used to work in this machine shop, and one of the old tool and die maker guys there, I always asked him, what did you use to clean that with? And he always said gasoline. I think I know why now. It does a pretty good job. Let's see if this thing will run. I poured some gas in it. See what happens. I'm going to go ahead and give this thing a couple of pulls, and let me apologize ahead of time. I did not mean to stick my ass in your face earlier. Let me move you over a little bit. I got a screwdriver. There's an adjustment or two on that carburetor. And you might want to turn the volume down. I don't know how to edit videos like that. Now, let's see what's happening here. Turn this gas on. Give that bowl a second to fill up. There is something wrong with this switch, but I'm going to pretend I didn't see that. And where's the choke at? Let's choke it. Make sure I don't run my elbow into anything. Man, that's terrible. That carburetor needs some serious attention. See how it goes. I don't know if I'll keep you guys involved with this one or not. If not, come back. We'll be on the big one next. And there's still something else in here hampering my progress here. I'm going after this screw right here. This guy. Right here. I'm going after that guy. I'm going to get him out. I'm going to remove this guy. I think if I run the world's smallest file into the orifice behind this screw, that's the air mixture, I think. And then this up here would be the idle circuit. Let me get them out of there. I'll show you what they look like. That's the one that came out of that, what I claim to be the air mixture. This is the other one. Let me see if I can get this situated. See that goop? There is definitely some trash in this thing. Get that all cleaned out of there and hopefully everything will run good. Hang on. Man, I got that guy out of there. This guy right here. Got him all cleaned up. Same with this one over here. Got him all cleaned up and everything's put back together now. Let's see what's going on here. You could just go ahead and clean the whole carburetor initially, but just some nonsense, goofing around on my day off. If you ever have a chance to get a hold of one of these generators, there's no reason not to. Let's see if we can get this thing going. Get you mounted up here and start pulling this cord. Alright, we'll give it some choke. Make sure the gas is on. Is that on? Nope, that's off. Make sure your elbow's clear. Oh, switch was off, dummy. Looks like it's doing a pretty decent job. If somebody ever offers you a 3,500 watt Power Pro wind power, go ahead and pick it up. Ain't no reason not to. It'll keep you warm on a cold day. I'm Steve. I'm out.